Hi, this is Hazel Howery, and this is March 13th, 2005.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to answer some questions about family history.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, first of all, where were you born?
I was born in Bonesteel, South Dakota, 1918, August the 30th.
August the 30th. And who's your mom and dad?
Well, Roy and Jossie Alloway. And my mom's maiden name was Boyette.
Miss Boyette. Okay. And since we're talking about Boyette already, that was your grandfather.
Yeah,
And let's see, what was his name?
Joseph Washington Boyette. I think that's
And his wife's name?
Margaret. Boyette.
Yeah, Margaret.
Mary.
Margaret Hoare Boyette.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us some things you remember about him, can you?
Boyette.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. He's my grandfather, and he was nice enough. Just like everybody else, he had these bad days. So I don't know. I don't really know a great lot about him, you know. He seemed to be all right. Well, hello. But no,
Did they have a big house?
I don't have any idea. Only that one I showed you, you know, on the picture. But where they lived, I don't know nothing about it. You know, I mean, pictures of the houses and stuff like that. I didn't know too much.
Do you remember some of the things he did? I think you had something written once about Halloween.
No, that was my dad.
Oh, he waited out in the outhouse?
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah, it was on Halloween night, and he was afraid somebody was going to upset his outdoor toilet. So he went inside of it and waited. But I guess when they come up, tried it, but when he come out, of course, they run away. But on Halloween night, that's what the pranksters would do. Yeah.
And do you remember your grandmother at all?
No, the only thing I remember about her was we seen her. The only time I remember seeing her, she was in bed. She was sick, and I guess she must have passed away. But I just seen her about once. As much as I remember, unless, you know, I don't remember.
Right.
So that's when I was really little. So,
Did you ever stay at their house or go to their house?
well, not when she was there, I guess.
Just when your grandfather was?
My grandfather, we moved in his house at one time. I and my dad's brother moved in there. We lived there for a while until we found another house or something. I think we were living out in that tent, and we didn't have a home, so we went to his house, and then when we found one, we moved. We lived there for a while.
So you were camping out for a while, huh?
Not really. My dad had a job on a road grading outfit, and we lived in two tents. One was a kitchen, one was the bedroom tent. And the other company that he was working for, they lived in tents too, up the street or road a ways. Yeah, we lived in tents in the summertime, it was, you know. And then along in colder weather, we moved into town, so, and we all got sick and everything.
Got sick with a flu or?
Yeah, I guess it was the flu or something,
Oh, I see.
but we all got sick.
Do you think that was from living in the tent?
I don't have any idea. It might have been we caught cold or something, you know, stuff.
So you don't like to camp out anymore, huh?
I don't care for tents. The way they used to make them was just put them up over like the old army things or something, and we have to sleep in that. We didn't have nothing. They would be blankets on the ground, you know. It wasn't too comfortable.
It wouldn't be comfortable, no, but it wasn't. Right. What other jobs did your dad do?
Well, he he could do a lot of things. He was a mechanic, but he worked on the farms and worked in the elevator and all kinds of things. He could work at almost anything.
You said he invented something once.
Yeah, them windmills they have, 3 propeller things. He invented one when it was one, and it done what it's supposed to do. It charged up our old acid-eating batteries for the car
It charged the
and
battery.
for the radio.
Wow. So he had wind power.
Yeah,
long
he
time
had
ago.
wind power, but they got wind power, but he invented, of course, he didn't think anything about inventing nothing. He just made something to use.
Right.
Yeah, he's pretty good at that stuff. And I know he made a little tractor one time, and I rode on it once. That was after he moved to Dallas, you know, and he met Bessie. So, but he could fix a lot of things.
About anything you needed. Good. Well, there is a story. We'll have you do the story now, and then we won't worry about it anymore. There's a story about. Now, first we have to get some genealogy here. Your mother. Tell me her name. Oh, the whole name.
Jossie,
I thought it was Mary Jossie.
Mary Jossie, or could, boy, you have,
Mary Jossie
I
Lee.
mean, Alloway.
Yeah. Mary Jossie Lee. Boyette.
Yeah, I guess. She had 4 names.
Yeah. And then her married name is Alloway.
Yeah.
And she had some sisters.
Yeah, she had 2 sisters. One was Aunt Ruby and one was Aunt Jossie.
Okay.
So,
And there's a lot of history about that we have to figure out. And there was just the 3 of them? There wasn't 4?
well, not that I know of, unless I didn't remember anything about another one. Just the 3 that I knew of.
Oh, okay. Just
Yeah.
the 3 you knew of?
Yeah.
Because some places it's recorded that there were 4, but...
Yeah, there might have been.
Okay. Now there's a story, let's see now, was it your Aunt Ruby that married the
He
Mize?
married Mize.
Mize, yeah. What was his name, do you remember?
I don't know what his first name was.
Okay,
It's just Mize is all I knew.
right. Okay, then how does the story go? This is kind of a mystery about a murder.
Yeah, this Mize, he... Yeah, that's what I heard. It was, I guess it was after him and Aunt Ruby were divorced and all.
Oh, they were divorced.
I guess. No, and then she got married again, and then she died when the kid was born.
Oh, I see.
That's the way they tell me. But anyhow, he thought he found 2 friends, like a man and a woman, I guess. I don't know if they were Indian or what they were. And it seems as though he had, now I think he was the one that had the horses and the buggy or something, probably some other stuff. And the way I heard it was these people, I suppose they got pretty chummy with him, I don't know. And they took him to a river, a lake or something, and the sun was either going down or coming up, I don't know which, and they killed him. They hit him in the head with a hammer and killed him and took what he had. That was the way the story was told when I heard. So that's all I know. I'm not sure if it's true or not true. So.
But that's the story.
Yeah, that's it.
'cause there are a lot of other people doing genealogy that wonder about that murder. So
Yeah.
that's interesting. You don't
Yeah,
know as much as
that's
anybody.
all I know. That's
Okay.
all I heard.
Did you get to see your aunts very often?
No, never did see them.
Never?
No. I think the one aunt died probably shortly after I was born.
Oh, really?
Aunt Ruby. And Aunt Jossie, I don't know, she had about 8 kids.
Oh,
And she passed away when the last one was born.
I
I never did see her.
see.
I don't even know what she looked like.
Oh,
But I got Aunt Ruby's picture, you
okay.
know. Yeah. Her and her husband.
The one that got killed.
I think it's him, but I'm not
Was she
sure.
was married again?
She got married again,
Oh,
had a
I see.
little kid, and then she died.
I see.
So, but anyhow, that's it, as far as I know.
So you guys live mostly in South Dakota?
Well, yeah, we lived in South Dakota. We lived in Nebraska mostly, South Dakota and Nebraska.
Oh, Nebraska. What
Back
part?
and
What
forth.
part of Nebraska?
Well, we lived in, I don't know what the name of the town was that we lived in when we moved so much. It was in a road camp, and cooking. My mom had to cook for some people, and we'd keep moving. But every month we'd move, start to school someplace else, and it made it hard, of course, and everything. But I don't know where that was. But we lived in a little town by the name of Napier, Nebraska, when we got kind of
What was the
growed
name
up.
of it again?
Napier, Nebraska. It was a little bitty town, you know. Didn't even have a train go through it. So they had to go to the next town or so and get the mail by truck. So, yeah, it was,
Was that part of the road crew?
this road crew wasn't in Napier.
Oh,
This was a long time after. This road crew was when I and Marvin was really little. And it was for my uncle that my dad worked. And we lived in this cook shack. And she'd have to cook the meals for them. And then we'd move on to another place, so they worked on the road. And that was in Nebraska, but I don't know what the name of the towns were or anything.
Do you know what road it was they were working on?
Huh?
Do you know what road it was that they were working on? No.
Just a highway, I guess, working on. No, I sure don't. My dad, he drove a Caterpillar,
Oh, did he?
you know, grading roads. and stuff.
Grading the
Yeah.
roads and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
He's kind of short, wasn't he?
yeah, he's about 5'2".
Was he?
Probably about your height.
About as tall as me. Yeah. How about your mom? Was she short too?
Yeah, she was a bit tiny shorter than he was.
Hmm.
That's why I'm a runt.
That's why you're right, huh?
But Marvin, he got away up there. He grew away tall.
Grew way tall, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, they say he took after one of the uncles. I don't know which one. My dad had some very tall uncles. I think he was the shortest one of the family. So,
Which uncle did he work for?
well, he worked for Uncle Ira on the road grading
Ira.
in the shack. That one.
Okay.
That's what he worked for.
Did you get to know him very much?
Ira?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we know him some, you know. Yeah, we were kind of honored one time. We got in his car and hit the brake, and the thing rolled down and hit a tree or something.
Yeah.
We didn't mess it up much, but he sure didn't like that.
So you and Marvin did that?
Yeah, we just did it. I guess we didn't know what we was doing. We probably was hitting or something, you know,
Uh-huh.
doing them old cars.
Right.
No.
Well, what were some of the other names of towns that you lived in?
Oh. Well, we lived in Herrick, South Dakota.
Here.
That was quite a while ago. When,
He's telling me to talk in the microphone when I ask questions.
I don't.
No,
can-
I do.
Oh.
I need to. Talking
Oh.
it when I'm asking questions.
Oh.
So you lived in Herrick, South Dakota.
Yeah. And then we lived in Herrick, and we moved back to Bonesteel. And we lived there for quite a long time. And then we moved to Napier, Nebraska. Then. And we lived there for quite a long time. And then we moved back to Bonesteel again. Just back and forth,
Yeah.
you know, from one state to the other. That's mainly where we live.
Was Marvin born in South Dakota too?
I don't know if he was or not. I'd have to look at his death certificate if I have it. I suppose he was. I don't know.
Where was your mom born?
I think she was born in 1895. I
But
think she was.
but where?
I don't know. I'm not sure if it's around in South Dakota someplace or not.
How about your dad? Do you know where he was born?
No. No, I don't. It might tell on some of the things I've got. But I don't know.
And you wouldn't know where your grandfather was born.
No, not at all. He just said he was from Missouri. He had to be showed, but then I don't know that he was even born in Missouri. I don't know too much about it.
Actually, we're questioning whether it was Mississippi or Kentucky. We don't know for sure.
Yeah.
We're trying to find out.
Whatever that you might find out in the genealogy. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
what we're looking at and trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So was it hot back there?
oh yeah, it get pretty hot.
What about thunderstorms?
We used to have some bad ones.
Did you?
Oh, gee. Bad lightning. So I'm just scared of it. And,
What about fences and lightning?
huh?
You said the lightning hit the fences? Or-
Yeah. It would just hit the fences, go around, set fires out on the prairies. So, yeah, it was pretty bad. And then blizzards in the wintertime was terrible. Snow piled away up high, and they just have one little lane open on the highway. So one car had to wait while the other one went through.
Mm,
It was terrible.
bad storms,
It
huh?
really get cold, yeah. Yeah, that one time we wasn't in the path of a tornado, or we would have gotten hit. But this tornado was, we went down in the cellar. And when we come up, it was raining so much that water was standing high. And of course our back door was both open, but nothing got in it. But the tornado went around us and went out the country and hit a house. It just followed a certain path. And it hit this house. And I don't know that people got hurt or not in it. It's a big house out in the country. Yeah, I never been in one. I wouldn't want to be in one. One time we was in a movie, and my folks had us page, you know. We went to the school, whole school room went to the movie. And they got us out of there because in the next town in St. Charles, it's a little bitty town, they had a tornado there. And we could see that thing going right straight down. But it didn't happen to get to Bonesteel.
Didn't get to you, huh?
I was sure glad.
Yeah. They're scary.
Yeah. And my, huh?
Go ahead.
My dad and Bessie was in one that wasn't too far from them, and they said their floor just shook like that, but it didn't hit their house. That's when they lived in Dail, South Dakota.
Dallas, South Dakota.
Yeah, that little bitty tiny town.
Is it?
Wasn't much to it.
Wow. So what did you guys like to play with?
Well, we sometimes played music. My dad had a mandolin and my brother guitar, and I got stuck with singing, and I couldn't play an instrument.
Oh, I bet you did a good job.
No, I don't think so.
I bet you did. Okay, now what house was this?
This is just a house out in the country from Bonesteel.
Okay, who did it belong to?
Huh?
Who did it belong to?
I have no idea. It's just a house I think that they may have rented.
Oh, and this is your grandfather
And my mother
and your
my
mother
grandmother.
and grandmother.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now this first one is a picture of your grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah, that little one of him with his mustache.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, and that's Joseph Washington.
Huh? Yeah.
And next to that is a picture of you as a baby and your mom and your dad.
Yeah, I'm the baby, and that's my mom and dad. I was cute
Oh,
there.
wait a minute. Am I stopping? You're not rolling. Oh, you are. Okay. And then the picture next to that is Marvin and you and your dad and your mom.
Yeah, that's right.
Marvin's your brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he passed away.
And this one's a picture of you and Dad. Oops.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. All right. When was that picture taken, do you know?
Yeah, I think it was taken 1940 something.
Okay.
44, 45 or something.
Okay.
No, it wasn't. It's taken 42 maybe.
Okay.
I'm not
All
sure.
right. Oh,
Yeah, I might have to look that up.
that's okay. Okay. Okay, this is a picture of your dad on the right-hand side, and his sister Bertha, and then Ira, his uncle. All right?
I get
Yeah,
it.
right down there in the corner. Whoops. Yeah, that's where your finger is. Oh, he says I have to put it up or he can't see it.
Yeah, I guess that's who it is.
You kind of get it? Hi there. This is your old Bible.
Yeah.
Was it your mother's?
No, it wasn't my grandfather.
Your grandfather. Did he give it to your mother?
Yeah, he passed away, so she took it.
Okay. And then she gave it to you, or you got it?
And she passed away, and I got it.
Okay. Okay.
Of course, Marvin, we didn't have one too.
I see.
Then
Okay.
passed away, so I guess it's mine.
It's yours.
Yeah.
And most of the information in there is about McVeigh family.
Uh-huh.
Right. We don't really have any Boyette family in there, do we?
I don't know, not too much.
I don't think I haven't found anything. But the connection that I did find is that Nancy Catherine McVeigh was married to Patrick Boyette, who was your great-grandfather. Yeah. So that's the connection to the Bible.
Yeah, that's what it is. They got all their names in it.
I noticed in there's lots of flowers that have been pressed.
Yeah,
Who did that?
I did.
You did that.
I always back in South Dakota, I used to go out and pick up flowers and leaves and put them in that big Bible
Right.
between something like Normandy Kleenex or whatever we had.
Right.
just wrestle.
Well, that's kind of neat. Wasn't good for the Bible, but it's kind of neat that they're in there. I left them all in there. And there's one handprint of your mother's in there.
No, no.
Did you see that? She crocheted it, a handprint of
It
hers.
could be.
Okay.
It could be, yeah.
Why don't you stop it for a second and I'll show her.
What's it say on it?
Jossie,
Mary.
Jossie,
No, Mary.
Mary, Jossie, leave me, boy, yeah.
Yeah. It's your
My
gr-
mom's hamper.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know, I suppose they took it when she was little or something.
It's something embroidered.
Looks like a little kid.
Yeah, must have been. This says, it's 1828,
6.
1826. Mechanism. I wonder if your grandfather was really, really mad at his father.
Why?
I'll explain it in a minute. Go ahead. Okay. And it's heavy. The reason I say that, and the camera isn't working right now,
Oh,
is because somebody came along and deliberately, with something sharp, carved out that initial. Carved out this completely out of here, leaving with just bare fragments of letters in there.
I don't know.
Okay, they took the P out, and it's a P because we traced it. Where did I trace it?
Well,
Let me show you here.
I do know that there's 4 pages missing out of it.
There were what?
There's 4 pages gone out of it.
That's what worries me too. I'll bet you maybe that's a Boyette connection for all I know. But
I sure don't know.
let's see, this is what we did. I traced it again. I did it evidently the first time we had it open a long time ago. And this is definitely a P. See, it has the same thing printed on the back as it has on the front. And the first letter on that's a P,
Yeah.
and it's a W, and a B, and we can see the B, and this is the front. This is the front, they think.
I mean this.
Just this. Yeah, I'm not, no.
Yeah.
What do you think? Isn't that kind of interesting? So maybe it was Patrick Washington Boyette.
It might be. I don't know too much about
But now
it.
that we have the McVeigh Boyette connection made with Nancy, then this probably really was his, but he sure must have been cranky at somebody to carve that out of there. And if he ripped 4 pages out of the
Yeah.
front part of it.
Well, there are 4 pages going, but I suppose it was somebody else. I don't know.
Yeah, probably
Might be.
him maybe, or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, see, we don't know enough about him to know. And we need to know where, in fact, in order to find the rest of the McVeighs, I've got to try to figure out where they were born. Because all of the census and everything
You
go,
don't tell in there.
I'm going to open it and look in a while.
Yeah.
I want it to be a little darker, a little, not bright sunlight at all.
Yeah.
Because I'm afraid of hurting especially the genealogy part of it. I don't want to hurt that. And there's no way, that's too heavy. There's no way it could be supported, held up somehow and let the scanner scan the page. Can't be done. Okay. I could take a photograph of it. Write it down and if I remember looking through it, and I'll find out tonight when it's a little darker. But I remember looking in there, we had the McVeigh pages,
Yeah.
page or pages, one or two, I can't remember. And then it seems like the pages before that were torn out, or taken out,
Yeah.
which would mean that from the McVeighs forward were taken out. Because when you do your genealogy stuff, you start usually with yourself, and you go backward, and try to connect all those lines back in there. Isn't that right?
Yeah,
Isn't that what happened in other family Bibles?
Uh-huh.
Isn't that what happened in other family Bibles?
I don't know.
You know, people just generally put themselves and then who their mother and father was and who their mother and father was.
I don't know. This is the only one I ever know of.
Well, you guys didn't keep any other Bibles at all?
I don't know.
Did your mother have a Bible?
Yeah,
I mean, this one, but this is all?
I think so. I don't remember anything else.
Did your dad have anything like that?
I don't think so. Not that I know of.
Did they have any books? Did they read?
The newspaper.
This is interesting. Turn on.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
There is a newspaper.
You turned this off. Did you want to say something else?
No, I don't think so.
You remember the radio show that they used to have?
Did you used to listen?
Shadow,
I don't know. It might
and
have been.
there was some cowboy and a guy with the airplane.
Yeah, it could have been. I don't
That was
remember.
maybe before they were booting around. Mark was in the 40s, I don't know.
Before she should have been Washington and back.
Yeah, not the first part. When did you move to Washington?
Shortly after my mother passed away.
When was that?
Well, that's
That's Dudley. Was that Benton Dudley Alloway?
no, maybe.
I think so. That's the one Dad was named after. Yeah, I think so. Well, we'll talk about that some more another time, but this is good so far. Looks pretty good so far. You're a pretty good star.
Scamper was a star.
Well,
She didn't get the
He
picture.
didn't get into the picture. What can I say? Are you shooting?
Into this picture. You're a star.
Can she come up and see you? Don't show me.
Okay.
There you go.
Look at you. Oh, here's the picture. You had a picture taken. It's a star. Yeah.
Okay, we're looking at some old pictures that belong to Grandma, to Hazel Howery, and she's going to tell us a little bit about who they are and whatever she wants to talk about. Who is that?
Yeah, this picture is of me and Marvin, my brother. And I have my doll in a buggy, and he's sitting in his little red wagon. And it was taken someplace in Nebraska, but I don't know for sure where. I can't remember the town or anything.